So, I am Candace Spears. I am the host inside of this community. So, for those of you who do not know me, I am a serial entrepreneur, coach to corporate women who are looking to make their leap into full-time entrepreneurship, which is probably who you are if you are inside of this community. And I'm also a real estate investor, developer, mom to three, wife to one, guinea pig mom, that type of thing. Tonight, what we are doing is we're going to be talking about the last myth in the full-time entrepreneur series. If you have been with us up until this point, or you have been hanging around, what we have done is we have looked at the different myths. We covered everything from, hey, it's going to be risky in order for me to start my business. It's going to be, health insurance is going to be expensive. There's another one that we covered in there, I can't recall. But today, we're talking about one that I hear very often. So, with that, but I need a certification. I can't launch my business unless I have a certification. And I really have to tackle this one because what it is a great missed opportunity. This is what I want you to think about for a second. Just when you hear the word certification, just give me an idea of what comes to mind. When you hear the word certification, what comes to mind? One word, right? Whatever comes to mind, because there's something about this word. And I haven't really figured out if it stems from our backgrounds. And when I say backgrounds, in corporate America, because when you think about it, in the corporate world, very often, and I'm sure depending on the field that you are working in, but I came from a space that was technology and marketing, right, and data, and I felt both of those worlds, right, corporate management, all this stuff. And so the idea of certifications had its popularity, especially among the employees that wanted to move up and just to show that, hey, they deserve to go to the next level. And whether that was like a certification from, I don't know, some vendor that was a part of the company, or they were quote unquote getting certified by going back to school and getting a degree. I know a lot of folks who have done that in some way. Maybe they decided to get their master's only to realize they didn't get that promotion they thought they would. All those types of things. Now, I see I'm looking over here in the chat. So Lisa, validation. Joyce, credibility. Yep. Those tend to be the words that pop up, right? Somewhere here in our heads, and we're really going to break through this tonight. So somewhere in our heads, there's this idea of, if I've got, maybe it's credentials behind my name, a certificate on my wall, whatever it is, some certification, that means I'm the real deal, and therefore I can move forward and do the things that I want to do. Even though I've been well qualified to do them all along, there's something about that paper, those letters, that's something that makes me now ready to roll through. So really, honest moment, and it's okay, by the way, if you want to get certified in something, there is nothing wrong with that. And more power to you for pursuing the learning and the education and the certification. What we're talking about is allowing it to keep you from moving forward in your business. So just raise your hand. I want to know who's out there. And Lisa, I know your story. But raise your hand or just drop in the chat, yes or no, if you've considered getting certified in something. Anything. Yes or no. I just want to know who's out there with, they've gone down the certification path, or they've been thinking about it. And again, there's nothing wrong with it. That's not what we're talking about. But I just want to hear yes or no who's out there that has thought about getting certified in some way. So here is the thing that we want to tackle. All right. So the thing that we want to tackle, and before we leave each other on this live, so for those of you that are new, and I see a few new faces and new names. So Joyce, welcome, and Keisha, welcome. Those of you that are new, I'm usually not on for any longer than about 20 minutes. And I know I got a slightly late start, but I'm usually not on for more than 20 minutes every Thursday with something to help you on your journey. All right. So jumping back into it. So Nikisha and Joyce, both of you, yep, thought about getting certified. Colleen, yep, thought about getting certified. All right. The thing that we want to tackle, again, we are not saying that certifications are bad. That's not what we're tackling. The thing that we want to tackle is your belief that you require a certification before you can start your business. Now, let me say this. If the business that you are going into is to be a neurosurgeon, or you're going to be a, what do you call them? The cardiologist, or the person, I think it's a cardiologist, right? The heart doctors, things like that that carry high risk, or maybe there's something that you're doing in the insurance field where it requires you by law to have this certification or this licensing. More than a certification, it's a licensing. That's one thing. But if you fall in the category of there is something that you are qualified to help people with, and in order for you to help them legally, you don't need a certification. You just need to be able to deliver the result. That's the thing we're talking about. All right? So I want you to think about this. We're going to go from a little investment to a large investment. And I'll tell you a bit of my story. And I see you in the chat, Lisa. I've got your story running on repeat. And for those of you who are like, well, what are they talking about? Inside joke. Lisa happens to be inside of the Finding Freedom Business Accelerator and has been dealing with this very concept. So let's think about this. Has anybody been to, let's say, the doctor in the past 6 months? Like, anybody been to the doctor in the past 6 months? If you have, just drop a yes in the chat so that I know. Been to the doctor in the last 6 months. So think about this. Quite often, when I have something that's not going right, maybe it is a pain in my leg, something is going on in my body, some type of ailment, anything like that, the first thing I'm generally looking for, and I want you to drop in the chat if this is not the first thing that you look for, but the first thing I'm generally looking for is, okay, who's going to help me solve this the fastest? Either I'm in pain and it hurts, or I'm slightly in pain and it's irritating. Like, how am I going to get a fix for this? How am I going to get a fix for this? And I use that very thing because I want you to get in your mind some of the severity, right? Yes, doctors are qualified to help you and licensed and that type of thing. But what I want you to think about is your own process, right? Let's say you are out of town. So we're going to take the fact that you have a regular doctor out of the equation, right, that you already trust. Let's say that you were out of town and you were having some type of chest pain, something not life-threatening, but something was bothering you. When you go to get it checked out, are you going through the mental process of, oh, wait, before you treat me, let me see your credentials. Wait, before you treat me, you're board certified in how many states? You don't do that, right? Naturally, you don't do that. I'm laughing at Colleen's comments. Yes, Dr. Candace. You don't do that. And so just like you don't do that when you're at the doctor and you're in pain, your potential clients are likely going through the same thing. So let's say, and I'm trying to think about some of the accelerator stuff. I know we've got Lisa on, and Lisa deals in fitness, amazing fitness trainer for mommies. When I am scared to take my clothes off, scared to be intimate with my spouse because I've got this pooch hanging off of me that I don't like, that doesn't make me feel confident and sexy and willing to be with my partner, I want to get out of that. Am I necessarily looking for the person who is certified to help me or the person who can help me? Like, I have a problem. Like, I'm about to lose my relationship if I don't get this weight off. Typically, your thought process is on solving the problem, not on finding the credentials. This is not what you're looking for. So I want to make sure that everybody is with me. So if you're with me, just drop a with you or an emoji or something that lets me know that you're with me in the chat, okay? Because for some of you, even when you come and watch this on a replay, this is going to be a big breakthrough, especially if you have been allowing this to be the thing that's holding you back. So another quick honest moment, all right? I love honest moments, okay? Quick honest moment. Are there any of you on right now who have allowed maybe your lack of a certification to hold you back? If there is, and you don't want to be singled out, you do not need to raise your hand. I just want you to think about it, right? Think about it. You don't even have to necessarily comment in the chat, but think about it. Because again, when it's like to say, when you start to realize that your calling, your brilliance, that thing and that impact that you want to put in the world, the longer that you delay doing it, the longer that someone who needs your help, who is looking for what you can do, the longer they end up not being served. Or worse off, maybe they get served, but they would have been way better served if they knew you, because you were a better fit, right? When you begin to put that mindset on, you don't let little things that don't matter, like a certification, keep you from going forward. So here's what I want you to do, just as a homework, right? I always like to leave you guys with a little bit of a homework. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to honestly just assess for yourself. Am I allowing a belief or a reality to keep me from starting my business? And if it's a belief and it's about a certification, I want you to also ask yourself, why do I believe this? Because let me tell you this, the thing about dispelling myths and breaking down and finding the truth is it has to be true for you. So it's not enough for me to just say it if your belief never changes. Okay? So I really want you to think about that for yourself. Now, think about other just modern day examples too. I was thinking about my nails. It's about time for me to go get my nails in. I was thinking about my nails. I walk into the nail shop. I'm not checking for the certifications on the wall. I just want to have a great experience and I want my nails to look good. And you say, okay, Candace, that's a $20, $30 experience. That's one thing. Even when I'm working with other businesses, so some of you may know, I have a sales team that has now come up to be able to support you all. And when I first went down that path, I went to engage with somebody that could help me with a specific problem, hiring the talent that I needed, the specific talent that I needed. That was a 5-figure investment. I never once looked for certification. What I looked for was the results and the trust and the relationship. And that helped me understand that, okay, all right, yep, this is it. Never looked for a certification. So think about those examples in your own life. And if you're thinking like, I can't even, I'm not sure that I can break through, right? Mental game just isn't right. I'm not sure that I can do it. One of the things that I'm going to do, so over the course of this next week, and if you are interested, I'm going to tell you what that is. If you're interested, I want you to just drop the chat in the chat. So let me tell you. So over the course of the next week, if you would like to have a quick chat with someone on my team, my advisors on my team, we've got Brittany, we've got Angie, just a quick 15-minute chat that helps you look at the reality of the picture and what you're thinking about and what's true and what's possible, then drop chat in the chat, okay? We'll be making space and time, right? For 15 minutes, jump on the call, Brittany or Angie, have a conversation about where you really want to be going and breaking through anything, whether it's certification or otherwise, but especially if it's certification stuff, that kind of breaks you through to help what's possible so that you get out of your own way, okay? So if that is something, be sure that you drop chat in the chat, and we'll be sure that we kind of circle back and they follow up with you and you guys can get on for a 15-minute chat and talk about it. All right, so that is all that I have for you all today. So I hope that you have an amazing rest of your evening, the amazing rest of your week. And for those of you that are new in this community, know this too, right? I always say this. Everybody that is in this community, everybody is chasing their exit from corporate America. With any group, there may be some other people who slip through that aren't. But for the most part, everybody is chasing their exit from corporate America. So there are some amazing women in this group. So take the opportunity. And if you're like, but I don't know how to engage, honestly, sometimes that means just throwing up a post about how you feel about something. Or maybe something didn't go right at work that reinforced that you need to bring your brilliance to life. Whatever it is, you are not alone. Okay? Know that you're not alone. So The more that you interact, the more that you bring it forward, the more that you share, the more you also give the other opportunity for other folks to feel open to share too. So again, drop the word chat. And Nikisha, I see you. Joyce, I see you. Again, drop the word chat if you'd like to have a 15-minute chat with Brittany or Angie on my team, they're Freedom Advisors. You can absolutely do that, and I will make sure they circle back and they get you the link so you can just schedule that quick chat and talk through that. All right, so have a great rest of your evening and rest of your week. I'll talk to you again soon. See ya.